So what I was saying is we have looked at a number of different hormones already. We have looked at ADH, antidiuretic hormone in the kidneys, and how it brings back water out of your filtrate, insulin and glucagon, the control of blood glucose. I think now I like to really talk about the endocrine system. The pituitary gland in the brain is what released ADH, and that controlled how much water you reabsorb. I really like the thyroid gland that produces thyroxine. This controls your metabolic rate, how fast you burn glucose. Some people like me, actually nearly every single person like me, would be diagnosed as ADHD because I have slightly above normal levels of thyroxine. It means that I love running around, I love being physical, I love being active, and I find it really hard to sit down for long periods of time. It just makes me edgy. I want to do something. And to be honest, some people think that's really bad. I think it's my superpower and it makes it really cool. I can hyper focus for long periods of time, um, and I can run around like a crazy head. Pancreas produces insulin. We looked at that. That pulls out glucose from your blood, and that's where it's made. Your adrenal gland makes adrenaline. That's flight or fight. It's that adrenaline rush you get jumping out of an aeroplane or riding a roller coaster. The other two hormones that we look at in a lot more detail is your testes in boys, that, or I should say men, that produces testosterone. It makes our voice drop. Um, as you can tell, I've got a pretty bassy voice. That happens to all boys. And it makes boys more muscular and ready to, well, hunt and fight. It's what we were evolved to do. Women produce estrogen in their ovaries. That gets them ready to produce eggs and become mothers. Okay. But what we're really looking at is, well, what is the difference in communication? Your hormones communicate certain things like, oh, dear God, there's danger, run. Or, oh, you've eaten too much sugary stuff, let's absorb some of that sugar. It is a message. So what's the difference between hormonal and the nervous system? Okay, the hormonal is a chemical message, the nervous system is electrical. How do hormones travel? What is their pathway? It's through the blood. While the nervous system uses nerves. Well, how fast is it? The hormonal system is quite slow. It takes time for the hormones to flow around your blood, while the electrical nervous system response is really fast. And the way I think about it is when something's heading towards your eyes, you wince, you blink. That's a really fast reaction. And it only lasts for a short amount of time. If you get an adrenaline rush, your heart starts pounding and it stays for half an hour. Testosterone and estrogen stay in your system for years. Also, if you think about your blink reflex, not only is it fast, it's only specific cells. The message goes to your muscles in your eyelids to close your eyes. If you look at chemical messages, the hormones, they can affect many organs. Okay. Estrogen, for example, that women's ovaries release affects nearly every single organ in their body, and the same is for testosterone produced by testes. And just as a reminder, homeostasis is part of it. It's about keeping all your internal conditions stable or about the same or exactly the same. You got the usual 10 easy, 10 medium, 10 hard. I've rushed through that because I was talking for 3-4 minutes and the sound wasn't on and you couldn't hear me. So yeah, let's have some fun. There you go.